Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about identity crisis. So, it's going to get pretty crazy, man. So, if you're easily offended, please avoid this video. So, the raw and uncut. All right, so identity crisis is pretty much a person who don't either, it's a lot of things that they go along with identity crisis, right? It's a lot of things that contribute to it. So, first off, it's a person who hates themselves, self-hate, and a person who falsely identifies as another ethnic group. Because remember, a race of people, that's just us people. It don't matter what color you is, that's the race, the human race. That's what that is. But you have groups of people, different background, heritage, and stuff like that, and that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, a person who has self-hate, and that same person will false claim. We used to call it back in the day. You're false claiming, you're a fraud. So, for example, a Jewish person claiming that he's African. You know what I mean? Like someone that's oh man, it's too deep. Okay, man, that's a history lesson. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. So anyway, listen. Okay, a guy from China claiming that he's African. Clearly, we know a difference between an African and a Chinese man. We know that. So that's a perfect example. So the things that we're dealing with first, especially where I'm from, in my country, you have a lot of that going on. You have a lot of Asian people who walk around claiming that they're Caucasian. You have a lot of Hispanic people walking around claiming that they're Caucasian. You even have Africans walking around claiming that they're Caucasian. Like, clearly, you can tell the difference. So you see that a lot. You even have, some black, that's not the perfect term to use, because you just can't say black just because they have melanin or whatever. But anyway, whatever, man. Listen, you have some black people that try to claim to be white as well, Caucasian. So I see that a lot. Normally they do that because obviously they got self-hate and they want to be included in the white community, in the Caucasian community, because they have self-hate and they want their white card. That's what it is. They just want a white card, no matter what's going on in their life. They don't care. They disown their parents. They disown their siblings. They literally just stay away from their own group of people, and then they'll find ways to impregnate, the Caucasian society. Now, just because they accept you, they don't mean that you're one of them. You're not. That's very rare that, Caucasian people will do that. They will use you if it can benefit off you, just like anybody else. They'll use you until those benefits go away, or they just get tired of it. They have no need for you, and they'll just discard you. So I have a prime example. Best friend, I met him in high school, knew him from high school, so I'm 38 right now. He's about 39 or whatever, probably 40. He had some stuff he was dealing with. He was one of those high school dropouts. So that's why he was older than me, because, so he was just not a productive kid in school, pretty much. So knew the guy since high school, grew up with him, watched his little siblings grow out of diapers until full adults now. So now some of them have their own families. So we're hanging out. This is a long time ago, like years went by. We just hanging out, getting older, living life. So just recently, this was some years back. I literally stopped talking to him years back, but prior, it was a year when the shit hit the fan. We was hanging out, and we started going out to bars quite often, seeing fights, games, stuff like that. So this particular time, he made a comment, and I really didn't know what to do with it. I just kind of like ignored it and just kept enjoying the fight. So we would go to these events, like the UFC, prime example. And then, UFC it's a lot of, was it Cubans? If I don't want to, I'm not doing this on purpose. It's the people with the green flag. So it's a lot of them over there, Brazilians. So, it's a lot of Brazilians, in the UFC. So it was a Brazilian fighter. He was fighting. I think he was fighting some random. He was fighting some white guy, I believe. So we see so many fights, but it was something like that. And he was like, "Man, I hope he don't win." And I'm like, because he's not from Cuba, he's from Mexico. He said, "I hope he doesn't win." I'm like, "Why?" Like he look like he's gonna win. He said, "Oh man, I don't like them people. They think they all there. They always they very proud of who they are." He was saying some stuff like that, and I'm like, okay. So anyway, I believe the guy ended up winning or something like that. So it was one of them things like, all right, I guess whatever. So as time went on, we started, we was catching some boxing matches as well. They had Canelo, and he was fighting some guy. He was fighting some guy, but I never heard of him before, but I already knew. I'm like, it's Pacquiao. I'm like, Pacquiao got this in the bag. It's an automatic win. So when they're getting ready to, the post fight and stuff like that, and he's like, oh man, I hope he don't win. I can't stand Mexicans. I'm like, okay. Mind you, we ain't started drinking yet. I'm like, why would he say that? And he's Mexican himself. If anything, Canelo could easily pass for a white guy if he knew how, if he had perfect English, because he has the looks, you know what I mean? But him, he's a straight up Mexican. He has the hair, like the accent. His English is pretty bad. Like, it got better over the years, but it's still, you know what I mean? Like, it's not up to par. His mom, his dad, his stepdad, his real dad, his uncles, his cousins. Like, I didn't meet everybody in his family, but I met a good portion of, at least the ones that he interacts with every now and then. I already met all of them. You know what I mean? I met all of them, and they all Hispanics. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up with Hispanics, black people, white people, not any Asians or Africans, but I grew up with those. The I guess you call them Black Americans. It's we were gonna say that for the video. Black Americans, Hispanics, and white people. I grew up with them, so I already know their traditions and their routines and how they operate. I get that's So everybody's family is 100% Mexican. Matter of fact, his outside of his family, like his immediate family, his siblings and his mom and his stepdad, because I didn't start seeing all this until like probably, I think, like in high school, but I really didn't pay attention because I was in a somewhat diverse high school. But all the Hispanics that I ever seen or grew up around or whatever, they're the authentic Hispanics. They have the brown skin, you know what I mean, the strong black hair. They just, those are traditional Hispanics, like the ones you'll see like in history books and stuff like that, those. So I didn't really start seeing the color thing until like, I guess high school, but then we had like light-skinned Mexicans, we had dark-skinned Mexicans, we had, fair-skinned, we had brown-skinned Mexicans, like there's different shades, just like, the Black Americans pretty much. It was the same situation, but I didn't see a dominance in the white Hispanics, the pale Hispanics. I don't know how you want to clarify that until like later, especially now, because what's going on with social media, I know there's a lot of skin bleaching and stuff like that going on, and a lot of them, they interact with white people, they have kids by them so they can get the white card. They can't get it, but the kids will get it, all this stuff like that. So, and I found out not too long ago that Mexicans hate Mexicans. Like, that's not saying like other races don't do that as well, but it's like, bro, like y'all come from the same country, the same neighborhood. You have no reason to hate each other. That's weird, but there's a lot of prejudice going on with the darker skin, with the non-pale Hispanics, the non-pale Asians. You know what I mean? The non-pale Australians. It's crazy. It's sad to see it because he's already on a downfall as we speak, because as time went on, he stopped. It was times he'll just literally just won't work, start gaining weight, and he started developing this self-destructive attitude. So Lou literally say he hate Mexicans. And I'm like, okay, he's Mexican. And then later on, he's like, you know what? I'm white. I'm a white man. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, like, are you taking drugs now or something like that? I know you probably was doing that before, but are you back on them? He said, nah, man, I'm just a white man. I'm a white man. I'm like, I'm looking at this Hispanic man with dark black hair, like, well, black, black is already dark, but black hair, this Mexican tattoos everywhere, with a passable vocabulary, American vocabulary. All your siblings are Hispanic. Your nieces and nephews are Hispanic because your sisters had kids by other Hispanic men. Your brother had his kids by another Hispanic woman. Like, their friends are Hispanic. So I'm like, what the hell is this? So he started making slides like what was it, Black Lives Matter? That became a problem. I'm like, that doesn't have nothing to do with you. Like, why is that even bothering you? Like, nobody's knocking on your door asking you to sign petitions or nothing like that. Like, so everything that started, he started developing this Klans member mentality out of nowhere. So I'm pretty sure it's either his mom told him, not putting it on his mom, because I love his mom, or he just sees what it is, like watch a lot of TV and stuff like that or whatever. It doesn't work out, so all he do is sit at home and watch TV all day when he's not at work, which he barely is at work. So I'm like, I don't know, I was kind of thinking like, is his mom putting this stuff in their ear, or is it just he just seeing what he see on TV and he decided that he wanted to be a part of that group? And it's weird because he doesn't know any white person. I'm like, and this is the thing that pissed me off too. He was making it a big, he was starting to bring it up quite often. So we went to the movie theaters. That one day we went to the movie theaters in the parking lot, he brought it up. I said, you know what, man? For a dude who claims that he's a Caucasian, why are you scared of white people? And he started shaking. He's like, oh, I don't know. I said, wait a minute, man, but you white, right? You are a Caucasian. So why don't you have any white friends? Why are you scared of white people every time you go somewhere out in the open? Like we scavengers or we just animals out in the open. But why every time we go somewhere out in public, every time you see a white person, shit, if you see a white kid, he starts shaking. I'm like, why are you getting scared, bro? He's like, oh no, man, they just different, man. You know, I don't feel comfortable around them. I'm like, well, how you don't feel comfortable around your own people? Because that pissed me out to the point where he's just thinking that just because you think that, I'm like, bro, they don't give a fuck about you. I mean, I already said it, whatever. They don't give a fuck about you, bro. Like, they don't. Like, I've never been around a white person and been like, oh man, my best friend is an Asian. No, bro, no. Man, listen, I do private security. Man, anything from to the driver and I be around all kind of people, man. You hear the conversation whether you want it or not. Every time I see a Hispanic guy and he tries to get in with the white people, man, the facial expressions, oh man, sheesh, man, it's just embarrassing to see it. But a lot of times, those people that want to portray, that they want to be accepted by the white people, that want to claim like they're Caucasians, those are the ones who get the worst because they see it's like, this dude is crazy, this woman is weird, like, you not white, what the hell? They won't tell you in their face. Well, the women will, because you know it's a lot of, man, listen, a lot. This video gonna be too long for me to get to too many details, but the women are the ones who's more active with it. They're like. They would not let you slide with that. I had a woman, two women, they was going to the club. I didn't know, like, I don't care, I'm just working, whatever, but you know, the way they was talking, like, well, actually the Hispanic woman, I didn't know until later on, at the end of the trip, before I dropped them off, that she was Hispanic. Not that I give a shit, I'm just working, whatever. So the Spanish lady was just talking. She had the high little pitched voice, all this stuff like that. So she was trying her best to mimic a white woman. So not like, man, the ride was almost over, like 15 more minutes. Out of nowhere, she was saying something about, yeah, you know, meeting your parents, this and that, and all that crap. She kept talking about her meeting up, like hanging out with her parents, how she like her parents or whatever like that. So out of nowhere, the white girl, she just blurted out. She's like, damn. You know how you're supposed to act around your parents or something like that, and then before she finished a sentence, she said, "Ain't you Mexican? You should know." I'm like, shit. So of course, complete silence. So I'm just doing my part. I'm just driving to where they need to go, and then that was it. So the whole time the trip was like 40 minutes. The whole time that girl was just yapping for 30 minutes straight. The white girl wasn't even talking. She was just riding. The Hispanic girl was just talking 30 minutes straight, just yap, because she thought she was in a good position to where, okay, yeah, I'm one of you. So the white girl just checked it. She said, listen, man, like, blah, blah, blah. You should know, ain't you Mexican? That girl's about to cry. Got out the car, she slammed her door, nothing against her, because she mad, whatever. And then they went on about their merry way. And I was like, that's what they do. Only difference is with the guys, they don't say nothing. They just whatever, the Mexican men, they know. Because like with him, with my ex-buddy, he knew his limitations. We went to the mall, and all the white kids, it was about 15 of them. All the white kids making fun of him. We just walking, walking through the mall, trying to get something to eat or whatever. And then they decided to start picking on them. All the white kids just called them tacos. Say, hey, man, you want a taco? They got a taco in their hand, act like they about to give it to them. They laughing. They got the phones out and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this? But, I'm not taking it serious. I'm just like, what the hell? I'm just like, okay, that's weird. And just kept walking. And he looking stupid like, I said, ain't this your people? Go over there and hang out with them. That's what it is. But they have low self-esteem that they don't care. They'll let them people abuse them and use them, especially with the women. I don't know how many stories I hear about women on the phone talking about how she got with this dude Richard at work and, I wasn't too sure, this and that, and she let him smash. The last chick I picked up that was in a situation, because there's many of them, they was working at the office. The dude worked on the floor on top of her, and she was on the first floor or whatever. I don't know what kind of job it was. It was a sales or something, whatever the crap it was. But for some reason, he saw her, he like, okay, that's going to be an easy lick. So he eventually went to her and started talking to her here and there. So she over here acting like she innocent. So, I don't know, I'm Catholic. I'm like, all right, ma'am. So it didn't take long. Within that week or whatever, he smashing them. And then on top of that, he's staying at her place for free. He wasn't paying no bills or nothing. He was just smashing, that's it. And she over here, every now and then I ask him, if he want to go half on bills with me. I'm like, hoes, man. Anyway, she sound like a nice lady, but most hoes are nice. This is what it is, bro. If you're offended, hey, that's on you. But that's what it was. So she let the dude smash, stayed up for free, eating up all the food. So she got to the point she kept asking him, and he got mad. He's like, no, I'm not going to help you. So he was just there temporary. And then he went back to his ex or whatever. And she's talking about, he went back to his ex and then that was it. And then of course, come to find out, she's talking about, I can't even afford to stay there. So she got this, them houses worth $80,000. She paying $600,000 for. So she in that situation. And then of course, you know how they do. She got a brand new car to go with it. She can barely get by. So she was desperate for him to help her out. So the dude was like, nah, man, I'm just here to hook up, that's it. So he eventually was smashing her for a couple weeks, got tired of it, and he went back to his ex, his white girlfriend. That's just how it is. But the Mexican women, the Asian women, they're the easiest ones. The dudes, every time I see them, it's easy because they know they're going to give it up just because they white. And I'm not mad at it. Like I say, man, knock them all down. This is what it is. That's on you. I ain't worried about what you're doing with your penis, man. I'm just telling you guys what's going on. So if you're a white guy, and you come across an Asian and Hispanic, the crazy part about it is they don't even look for them. They go to them. Especially like with the Asian women. I picked up one couple, a white guy with an Asian woman. The Asian women be tricking, man. They be tricking hard. Like this woman said, you can do whatever you want, honey. This is you come back home to me. And that dude was like smiling hard. Like, well, I wanted to give my hands, dab up and stuff. I'm like, nah, keep professional. But that's what it is. Like they morals and logic, everything goes out the window. That's how bad they are, damn bad. When they want this white card, they'll literally just throw out all the respect they have about themselves just so they can get the white guy, so they can just, I'm white. You're not white, you idiot. That dude know you Asian, he gonna bust you down as long as you, listen, man, if you're a decent looking woman and, you paying for everything, you think a dude, that's the easiest way to get a guy like the dude, like, shoot, she ain't no 10, but I ain't got no problem bending her over on the regular, and then she paying for everything, so that's just normal, bro. Like, that's any guy that's gonna do that. Women do that all the time. You think guys won't do that? Guys doing that right now. So, I don't know about the Hispanic woman. Obviously, she ain't had no money, but I'm pretty sure she had some money, Christopher, when that went nowhere. He still been cheating on her, you know what I mean? But that's just what it is. So that's the position they put themselves in. Now, as far as the guys, it's embarrassing because the fact that you let another man disrespect you and you still hang out with him, I have no respect for you. I do not care, bro. Like, that's all on you. You let down your family, your heritage. You are a disgrace to your community. Now, if you mad or whatever, I don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. That's the problem with you people who have low self-esteem and you're dealing with identity crisis. You want to be accepted outside of your own group. Nothing wrong with having other friends from different, that's fine. But as far as you going around, you are 100% African, talking about you Russian, this and that, and you saying you Caucasian, not saying you wear bad face. It's not even about where you're from. It's about who you are as an individual. What's your identity? So as far as you being an African, saying, you know what I'm saying, that you're a white man, and you clearly are an African, it's like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It's like a dude that's coming from India and saying that he's an Asian. Well, oh man, that's another one. But you know what I'm getting at? Because we all can identify an Indian from an Asian. That's the same thing. Well, of course, they're not going to do that because all of them, no matter what background they come from, what shade, no matter what they look like, they want to be white. That's all it is. And you got some who want to be a different culture. You know, you got some black people that want to be Asian or Japanese. I understand that, but I'm just using that as a prime example because a lot of people, they know about that. They see that all the time. But you do have other cultures that want to be non-white. They want to, they want to relate to this. That I get that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being a fan or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's like, never walk around being an idiot, because that's what it is. No one respects you, man. I don't care how good they talk to you, how good they make it. Yeah, you're one of us. You got their hand over your shoulder. They don't give a shit. Especially the guys, all they want to do is, it's an easy lay. Like, if you paying for all the dates and you're a decent looking lady and he ain't got to do any work, he can unlimited, blowjobs like that. Of course he gonna tell you what you want to hear. This is what it is. So, man, if you're dealing with self, man, listen, man, that's on y'all. I have no respect for people like that. So once I found out that stuff about my ex-buddy, I didn't fight him. I didn't curse him out. I didn't belittle him because why I belittle him? He's already at the bottom. You know what I mean? If anything, I'm trying to encourage him, but he didn't want that. He just wanted to just keep sinking low and low. He just wanted to destroy his own life. So at that point in time, you cannot be around people like that, man. Let them be who they are. Let them destroy their own life. There's only so much you can do to encourage them and help. At the end of the day, if they don't want it, they don't want it. You can't make somebody want to change for the better. This is what it is. So when he started to go south, I didn't fight him. I didn't talk about it. I didn't do none of that negative stuff. All I did was, like, after that conversation when I left the house, I blocked him, Facebook, blocked his phone number, erased all that crap. That's all I did. Now his siblings got no problem with him. Now I know they really like, okay, if I was Hispanic or if I was Caucasian, I would have been married to one of his sisters. We would have all that. I get it. This is what it is, man. Some people this is what it is, man. At the end of the day, I had signs here and there, whatever, throughout the years, especially as time went on. But this is what it is, man. And that just taught me a lesson on never be around people who will tolerate you. And that's really what it is. Now, granted, you have some people who actually in the family who, truly care about this and that. But for the most part, you can feel it. You can feel like, at some point throughout the years, throughout the relationship, that these people are just tolerating me. They don't really, you know what I mean? Like, they're not really messing with me like that. This is not all of them, but majority of them, this is what it is. And that's just not just my experience, but that's just a life in general. So for the most part, you got to know how to navigate that. Obviously, you don't want people like that in your life. Friends, you don't want those. Not your friends, man. Those not your friends. Now, as far as you have work or something like that, or your little BS co-worker, that's a different story. You got to play the game. But overall, it's like, don't ever be in a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, whatever, and you knowing that that person don't really like you, they just tolerating you. That's it. They just no. Cut that off right away. So like I said, when all that stuff started happening, I just accepted it for what it was. I'm like, you know what? If I hang out with him, not only will I lose respect for myself, but of course he gonna put them problems that he has to do with himself onto me, and I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me on the regular like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, for all that stuff to happen, I'm not gonna end it on a bad note, like me wanting to fight him. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna silently step away from him forever, and then just do that. So I blocked him from my life. And I kept it pushing. No bad words said, nothing like that. If his brothers or sisters say whatever to me, whatever, I'm going to say hi, keep it pushing, even though everything's on social media. But at the end of the day, I know what it is. Let these people live the life they want to live, whether you agree with it or not. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be nobody's baboon. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you have any stories that you want to tell us, leave them in the comments down below. So with that being said, I'm out, guys. Till next time.